Hi. So I'm standing up because I've just got tired of sitting down, but I'm just going to try to get through to somebody.
Oh, please press 2. If you want... Good morning, B2B Northampton.
Hello. I've got Northampton. I'm not sure if Alison Rain is at Northampton.
She is the sales director for Northampton. I can put you through to a secretary if you'd like.
Perfect. Thank you.
No worries. Sorry, Natalie Norton. Not available. Record your message at the tone.
Right, so I won't record a message because I don't like recording messages for people that I don't know. So, but I do know that she has a PA. Okay, I'm just going to pause you so I can continue to research the next one. Now, I know some of you have made comments about how, she spends a long time researching. Well, let me tell you something. If you're in a B2C environment and you're under pressure to make call after call after call, then fine, I completely understand your response to some of the time that I'm spending on research. But let me also tell you this, if you're in B2B and you're not making enough time for research, then, don't expect results if you're not prepared, okay? See my t-shirt there? I'm planned, so I'm prepared to win. That's what it's about. You've got to be prepared to win. And preparation takes time, it takes patience, but also it's got to be smart. Now, I agree it shouldn't take all day because that would just be silly. And I agree you shouldn't be researching absolutely everything. Researching the right elements of what you're looking for is something that's been in one of my other videos that I've put out to you before. So,
Good morning, Baby Terence.
hi, good morning. I wonder if I could speak to Alison Tyndall.
Alison Tyndall doesn't work here. She works at the Northern Home Counties.
Ah, right.
Dial 01908.
Hold. Let me just get 019. Yeah. Sorry, it just broke up when you said the last part of that call. Perfect. Thanks very much. Bye.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning. Can I speak to Alison Tyndall, please?
Just bear with me one moment.
Thank you. Morning. I think you were putting me through to Alison Tyndall, and then the phone kind of gave some weird tones.
Oh, all right. Let me try again for you. Bear with me.
Thank you.
Good morning. Kelly speaking.
Hi, Kelly. I'm looking to speak to Alison Tyndall.
Oh, okay. I'm a PA. How can I help?
Well, I needed to speak to her about sales training.
Okay. Okay, I can definitely pass a message on. She's actually in a meeting at the moment, so if you're okay to talk to me, I can pass a message on.
I'd love to talk to you. Why not? You probably know just as much. And I am looking to see whether sales training is something that I can discuss with her, whether it's on her agenda. We provide bespoke sales training and have worked with housing companies before. So that's really the message, I guess, at this stage. Without knowing much more about where you guys are in terms of your plans for investing in the people in that way, then I guess there isn't much more I can kind of give unless you have any questions.
Okay, we do have our own in-house sales training team.
Okay.
What is there anything in particular that you like, where you think outside the box maybe that you think that they would need?
Well, I can't tell you what your team needs, but what I can do is I could understand a little bit more about their situation, and I guess really if there's a way in which your internal sales team, training team can be supported, then that's something that we can do, because I think the operative word here is bespoke. So we've worked with global organisations, local organisations, with teams of various sizes and skills, and in various roles, from sort of the real strategic key account management all the way through to your call centre, if you like. So there's a whole array that I could throw at you, but without waffling away about what we can do. I think it's easier if I could have a discussion just to understand a little bit more about where your sales and sales training team might be, and if there's any support that we could provide.
Okay. Well, I think the best thing to do is if you could pop a bit of an email to us about what you provide.
Okay.
Because me trying to relay all this to, she's very busy. It's the end of the year, it's June time, so we're doing a lot of completions.
Right.
So it's not something I don't think she'll even pick up this month anyway.
Okay. When do you think would be a better time to? Because I have her email address, but I'm just wanting, again, like you've just sort of suggested, that sort of helps to know when a good time is to send that email.
Yeah. Well, yeah, like I say, I could guarantee that she probably won't even open an email right now or anything like that. It's got like a sale or a completion written on it.
Yeah.
She's not going to touch it. So what I would say, if you send an email, probably the beginning of July.
Yeah. Okay.
Then maybe she can pick it up and have a look. By all means, copy me in so that I can chase her to have a look at it.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That's all I can kind of give you right now.
Okay. No, that works really well. Can I take your email address?
Yeah, sure.
Do you know at all, Kelly, if Alison has sort of entertained other external companies to support with this before?
I'm aware, no.
Okay. It's always worth it.
I've been in the role for 18 months, and all I've ever known is internal training that happens.
Okay. All right. Well, if you've got, I mean, the thing is, with internal training, you do want to try and get everything you can out of your internal training team, and so I suppose this is more about if there's any support we can offer to them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'll definitely let her know.
Yeah.
And I'll see in the meantime if I can find a contact for whom maybe the best person to put you in touch with regarding, supporting the wider team.
Okay, that would be brilliant. So I'll be back in touch beginning of July then.
Perfect.
Thanks, Kelly. Have a great day.
All right then. Thanks
Bye.
a lot then. Cheers. Bye-bye.
So this is a call whereby I obviously couldn't get hold of the person that I wanted to get hold of. But does that make this a dead opportunity? No, not at all. Now at this point here, this is where I would say to you, use LinkedIn or another social media method, or any kind of online method that you might know, to help you to find out a little bit more about that person, see if you can connect. Now, if you can connect with that person, then that might be a good way of then being able to call back and have that conversation. At this point, I don't know what the potential is with this company, but what I will say is the potential for me, I will write, but will I chase it avidly? Probably not, only because the way from what I heard, the potential for these guys to want to use an external trainer will be based on how much of an urgency or what kind of compelling reason they've got. Compelling reasons, something that I spoke to Donald Hatter about in one of my other videos. Have a look at that if you haven't already. It's an interview with Donald Hatter. I think I called it elephant hunting, but there's a little bit in there about compelling reasons. Sorry, excuse me. Hay fever. Anyway.
Morning, Carla.
Hi, good morning. Can I speak to Alison Deakin, please?
No, good calling.
You can. It's Shea from Wise Me Up, and that's W-I-S-E. Wise Me Up, yeah.
Hello, Steve speaking.
Hi, I was looking to speak to Alison.
She's not in the office today, I'm afraid.
That's okay. You may be able to help me yourself then. My name's Shea. I'm calling from Wise Me Up. I wanted to speak to you guys about sales training. I don't know if this is something that's on your agenda at all.
It isn't my, it would all be to do with our group to decide on that. Depending what kind of sales training are you referring to?
So it would be sales skills, so the I guess the soft skills, anything throughout the whole sales process that would.
Right. Okay. We do actually have our own internal people who work for Carla that does the induction and sales training.
Yeah.
I don't think it's something we would look at doing outsource-wise.
Yeah. Okay.
So we do have already, trainers
Sure.
who are employed by Carla who
Yeah.
do deal with all of our new staff training and inductions and things like that.
Okay. So you've probably got quite a comprehensive program in place already.
Yes, I believe so. I mean, I don't have too much details on it.
Okay.
It's been a little while since I've been mine. But yes, that will all be through our group, not at the Thames region here. It will be up in the group in Scotland
Right.
to deal with that.
And who would be the best person to therefore approach at group level to speak to about it? Okay. Yeah, that'd be perfect. Sorry, I didn't catch what. So you do. Where do you fit in the organisation? Ah, okay. So you'll know the salespeople then.
Definitely.
Brilliant.
I'll give you my personal email.
Okay. So in timing wise, is this a fairly okay time? It's not end of year or anything? I thought so. Okay, well look, what I might do then is, I'll just hold off for a couple of weeks and send something over then. Would that be easier? Yeah? Okay. Alright, perfect. Well, have a great day. Thank you very much for your time. Bye. Now again, I think what the things to note here is that the conversations are quite easy and they're quite nice, and it doesn't really matter which method you use to get through to these people. What you have got is one way of putting yourself in front of them. Now, I always say that it's not about one dimension of putting yourself across to somebody. It's about many dimensions, and I'm now just going to wrap up those few calls there with some social media activity to follow up as well, and also a couple of emails. I'm not sure that I would stop at this point, because I think there are, with that particular industry that I just targeted, the timing isn't right. So at this stage, my advice would be keep going, move on to a different industry, because there's a bit of a trend there that we are at the end of year and they're not going to be looking at it brilliantly. However, the good news about that is it is the end of the year, and come July there'll be some real realizations as to, do we need more help or not? So at least you'll get some clarification on whether, you know, your service or product is required. Okay, so hopefully this little video has been helpful. I'll speak to you soon.